And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Thank you all. In just one day, we picked up over 3,500 subscribers, now well over 300,000. So thank you. But most importantly, we need to continue this community. And why? Because the insanity, it doesn't stop yesterday. The long-awaited D-Day, the Liberation Day. Trump announced 10% baseline tariff on all countries. Mind you, that's 185 trading partners around the world, except there is also extra tariffs for specific countries. The market, as a result, completely tanked. Last night, after his announcement, the markets looked like this. And as of this morning, they dropped even more. This is what it looked like as of 11 o'clock this morning. We're talking about down, 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 and then down. Meanwhile, while all of the rest of us are feeling the pain, Trump's sycophants, they've been dispersed to all media to distract us from this fucking mess. This morning, Caroline Leavitt was on CNN with Kate Baldwin, where she was asked what Trump's response is to the global markets. Play the clip.
What is the White House reaction to, as we just had those numbers up, global markets tumbling this morning and futures down sharply?
To anyone on Wall Street this morning, I would say trust in President Trump. This is a president who is doubling down on his proven economic formula from his first term. We saw wages increase. We saw inflation come down. We had a Trump energy boom. We had the largest tax cuts in history. And that's exactly what the president intends to do following his historic announcement yesterday for reciprocal tariffs. It's the golden age rule for the golden age of America. And the United States of America is no longer going to be cheated by foreign nations around the world. And as the president declared yesterday, this is indeed a national emergency. We have a $1.2 trillion trade deficit and counting. We've had 90,000 factories close in the last couple of decades. Since 1997, Americans have been put out of 5 million manufacturing jobs.
Right, except the problem is where bullshit Barbie makes no sense. Under Biden, we had the lowest unemployment in America's history. So where did these jobs go? Right. Meanwhile, Kate also asked Caroline how much pain Trump is okay with. And let me be clear, Trump doesn't care about any of us. Play the clip.
In the most immediate, I mean, these farmers, as Tom Tillis says, farmers are one crop away from bankruptcy. That farmer doesn't have time to wait for tariffs to work their way into the system, the benefit of it to work its way into the system at all. This is going to mean higher prices for Americans. In the most immediate, that's why I asked the question, how much pain on a temporary basis is okay? What's the standard that the president is looking at in terms of how much pain Americans can feel on a temporary basis that he's okay with?
Again, the president is focused every single day on lowering the cost of living in this country while simultaneously implementing these very effective tariffs. Massive deregulation, an energy boom, and tax cuts are the economic formula that will mean more prosperity and the lower cost of living. And it's a
How long? Do you not listen? Do you have problems with your ears, with your hearing? How long? How long are the farmers supposed to sit there and eat shit while these tariffs are being implemented? Because every day he's worrying about the costs of goods. We know these tariffs are going to cost the American consumer thousands and thousands of dollars more a year. Just to answer the question. Kate then brings up a very interesting point regarding how Trump may actually be violating part of the NATO treaty. Play that clip.
The foreign minister of Norway in Brussels for NATO meetings said this morning that the tariffs could violate an article of the NATO treaty that orders members to promote economic stability and collaboration. If this is a breach of the NATO treaty, will the president reassess his approach?
No, the president is firm in his approach, and the president is ensuring economic stability here in the United States of America. Yesterday, he was joined in the Rose Garden by everyday Americans, middle-class workers. You heard from one of them who the president invited on stage by name because he knows this man and he knows what the impact of globalization has done to communities like Detroit, Michigan, where auto workers have been put out of jobs, where we've seen factories shut down. We have offshored critical supply chains in our country.
Lies. All lies. It's amazing. And then, dear old Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, despite his increased unpopularity this week and the week before, Howard was sent to CBS to discuss the tariffs this morning. Funny, because he explains that everything would be okay. This is amazing. Everything's going to be okay because domestic product costs would remain the same. Question becomes, what the hell do we even manufacture here? Play the clip.
So if employment, in fact, leaps, and we'll come back to that, it may not help much if prices themselves are also going up. So let's just level with people. In the short term, every economist seems to think the prices will go up. Should people be prepared for that, and for how long?
Well, I think you have to sort of understand how things work. When tariffs come into place, foreign goods may become a little more expensive, but domestic goods do not. So if you're looking at Poland Springs water versus, something, let's say, Fiji water, the Poland Springs is not going to be more expensive. So for the first time in your lives, you're going to actually think about the Americans who make the products, the Americans who produce these products and work in these factories. It's time for us to take care of them instead of taking care of the
Unbelievable. Poland Spring. It's simply because Howard remembers the 1990s commercial. Play it.
Poland Spring, what it means to be from Maine.
What an idiot. We're all worrying about our water, right? Which, by the way, we don't produce. You take it from the spring. I mean, what the hell is he talking about? Meanwhile, how many people do you think it takes? It's all automated. You ever watch how these bottles get filled? It's all automated. It's not people filling it up with a spigot, you idiot. He also said that we're going to see employment rates skyrocket. Play that clip.
You're right in the long term, but in the long term, we're all dead. So how long are we going to have to wait for the benefits to come pouring in?
Well, you started hearing it recently when Donald Trump yesterday said we have about $5 trillion of committed investment to America. $5 trillion. That means people are going to start building factories right now. And that means all that construction work begins now. That starts to employ Americans today. You're going to see plants being built, factories rebuilding. All shifts are going to be running hot across America now. You're going to see employment leaping starting today.
So,
right. You know the interesting thing? You know who's been involved in much of that construction? And I'm not talking about the ones that Howard's talking about. I'm talking about migrants. Yeah. Tell me something, Howard. Where are you going to get the steel from? Oh, yeah, we just fucked over Canada. Oh, there's an additional tariff on India, our biggest suppliers of steel. Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to build these factories with inflatable rubber? Maybe you're going to be able to buy it from Amazon, Costco, Walmart, or something like that. Amazing. I have to add in this clip from last night, Lutnick spewing even more nonsense about America's beef products. Yes, our Secretary of Commerce has a comment about beef. Play the clip.
I mean, the European Union won't take chicken from America. They won't take lobsters from America. They hate our beef because our beef is beautiful and theirs is weak.
No, it's because we use hormones, right? That's why they won't take our chickens, because they produce a healthier, better chicken. They do the same thing with beef. Now, meanwhile, GOP Senator Bernie Moreno was also on CNN last night predicting that the stock market will correct itself and go up and up and up. Play the clip.
I think the stock market is going to majorly correct upwards because when you pump $6 trillion of investment, that's only what's been announced so far. I think the stock market's going to go very, very high because you're investing.
Yeah, sure. Meanwhile, right now, and we're only talking about 2 hours after the opening, the fucking stock market is down 1,500 points. So, Senator, maybe you ought to stick to legislating and keep your economic prognostication to yourself, because we don't even know if that 5, 6, 7. I've heard numbers range from $5 to $7 trillion. Now I know the difference between 5 and 7 is 2, but we're talking about $2 trillion. None of that money is in the United States yet. Oh yeah, these are pledges that are coming in. Didn't we hear the same shit in 2017 when Trump went on that international tour, came back and said that he just raised over $750 billion to be invested in the United States? Oh yeah, none of it ended up coming to fruition, did it? Meanwhile, the last clip that I want to show you is Republicans speaking out against Trump and these tariffs. Senator Rand Paul explained why tariffs are bad politically. Forget about just for the economy, that they're bad politically. Play that clip.
Tariffs have also led to political decimation. When McKinley most famously put tariffs on in 1890, they lost 50% of their seats in the next election. When Hott Smolley put on their tariff in the early 1930s, we lost the House and the Senate for 60 years. So they're not only bad economically, they're bad politically.
Finally, somebody calling it like it is. My friends, one of the things that I keep saying, we together have to be the warriors here. And you say, well, warriors in what way? Okay, I'll watch your videos. No, that's not what it's about. It's staying informed. It's staying active. Very soon, I intend to do a town hall, for example, here in New York City. And then myself, Jim Acosta, Don Lemon, Harry Dunn, we have Michael Fanone. I mean, there's dozens and dozens of people. Congressman Raskin, we have dozens of people that have already said that they are committed to being a part of these mobile town halls. And why I say it's important, you need to be there. You need to be active. You need to keep informing the public of what the truth is, not the lies that are being promoted by this administration, but the truth, because it's only the truth that's going to put us back on track and stop this nonsense once and for all. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.